Hi folks, my name's Jem, I'm the Crazy Pigeon Lady, and it's my mission to entertain, educate and inspire people with all things pigeon and dove. Welcome back to hashtag Ask the Crazy Pigeon Lady, where I am taking your questions. If you have not asked a question yet, please do put it in the comments down below and I will get to as many questions as I can. So this time we have a question from Corey Holmes, who asked how to mate up pigeons. I have two birds that won't mate. Good question, Corey, and something that I've not covered before. So I will start the answer to this question by saying that I do not have a guaranteed foolproof method of getting two pigeons together and ensuring that they will bond and become mates. And I don't think there is a guaranteed answer for that. But however, there is a methodology that breeders use to try to pair up birds. And of course, breeders, rather than allowing birds to choose their own mates, of course, as they would do in the wild, select birds that they want to pair together for the characteristics, whether they're racing pigeons or fancy pigeon. They're pairing them up for the characteristics that they want to bring together. So they need to encourage those birds to form a couple under more controlled circumstances, because they may, of course, not have chosen to be together if they were given an entirely free choice. So the way in which they do this is they isolate the birds from others, and they put them inside what is called a breeder box, which is a two-compartment box which has a sliding divider between it. And first of all, the divider is closed so that the birds can hear each other, so they know that another bird is there and they can communicate by talking to each other, if you like, with coos and sound. So they can hear each other, but they can't see each other. And then once they start communicating and they're showing an interest in one another, then the sliding divider will be removed, but there will still be bars or mesh remaining behind it, so that the birds can then see each other, but they can't touch each other. And again, some time is allowed for the birds to show an interest in one another, for the male to display and for the female to respond, and hopefully that will get the interest going to the point where the divider will then be removed entirely, so that the birds can get at each other. And the idea is that the anticipation has been built up through the sound and then through the seeing each other, so that hopefully by the time you remove the divide and actually allow them to get to each other, that they will be interested in pairing. And by keeping those birds separate from the others, then they pretty much only got each other to deal with. And the breeding instinct of pigeons is quite strong, so if you create an environment in which they literally don't have any other choice, then it is more likely that they will choose to pair than not. So I hope that that's helped you in some way. It's not a foolproof method of getting two birds to mate, but it is a method that breeders use to try to pair up birds that they'd like to put together. I hope that's been useful. If you haven't asked a question yet, please do ask a question in the comments and I will get to as many as I can, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks very much for watching. Goodbye.